Speare here. So, I don't even know the date today. Maybe it's the 11th or 12th. I don't know. But I'm leaving Carnagie Mellon University. I walked into the Performing Arts Department. Where I'm probably gonna actually walk back and try to meet. I don't know. I don't know if I feel like it. So I just walked into the Performing Arts Department. And right as I walked in, they have a big lobby in the Performing Arts building, and it was full of students who were probably actors. So, I didn't know how long they were going to be there. They were free right at that moment. And I said to myself, well, instead of going up to the department office, I'll just do a little performance first, and then I'll go back. It was a lobby. It was real loud in there. People were talking real loud. So I knew it wasn't I didn't need to be quiet. And they weren't in class or anything. They're all just hanging out, kind of having a study time or a hangout time or whatever. So I just gathered them all up, I rallied them all around, and I just started performing, right? And so as I'm doing my second scene, a teacher comes and watches most of it, and she's sitting in the front, kind of waiting to pounce on me as it's done, and then she grabs me and pulls me off to the side and kind of, very politely tells me, oh, you gotta kind of ask permission, and I'm sorry to shut you down, but I don't want you to get in trouble, which I understand where she was coming from, but you just shut me down in front of all these students. You're teaching a group of actors. There's a guy going around doing Shakespeare pretty well, I'm not awful, I'm not crazy, and, I'm doing a free performance for your students. I don't see how it can be anything but enriching. But because, I maybe broke some rule, or I didn't go through the proper bureaucratic red tape, I'm in trouble, and, and none of the students wanted to come up and talk to me after that. They all just scattered, because it's oh, that guy's in trouble, he did something wrong. These are artists. These are theater kids. And so all of a sudden they're just being reinforced that, oh, you gotta follow some sort of rules and you need to ask permission before you do anything. And it's I did nothing that was intended to hurt anyone. The kids were having a great time, and if anything, it just made them nervous because they thought that they were in trouble or that something was wrong, instead of somebody reinforcing hey, okay, well, this is something that's unexpected, but because it's unexpected and isn't something that I understand, let's just give it a chance and see what it is before we just shut it down and kind of make it seem as if, something wrong had happened. So now none of those kids know where to find me or look me up. They can't ask me any questions if they want to ask me questions because it was just shut down. And, I don't come in asking for any money. I walked into a situation where I wasn't interrupting any sort of official business because I never would, and that lady was nice enough to let me finish my scene. That was real kind of her, but it's we're artists, but everybody has to conform to some sort of bureaucracy and some sort of I don't know, these are the rules and these are the red tape and you got to make sure you don't get in trouble. I do Shakespeare on the street. I'm a street performer. This is a theater department. These are all actors who are not all going to get cast on, Gossip Girl and Girls and CSI, who are going to want to maybe try alternative things. And so to just be like an enforcer and just shut me down, and you might want to ask I've been doing this for 7 months. I've been all over the country. All of a sudden I get to your campus and it's oh, you may want to follow these rules. And it's not really for me. I got my performance in. I got it done. I got my applause. It was great. I feel like I did a good performance. I had fun. But none of those kids are going to get to know anything about me now. I have to sneak and leave them a card and say, hey, here's my card, in case somebody wants to pick it up, because at this point now I'm a pariah because I didn't get permission. And I don't feel anybody owes me an apology or anything. Nobody did anything wrong. This lady has some rules that she feels she needs to follow, and I guess that's valid because she works here and I don't. But so absolutely, it's it's not that anybody did anything wrong. I just hate the idea that it's oh, you're a bad artist because you didn't follow these rules and go through these proper channels. It's street performance, it's art, and it's Shakespeare. I don't understand. This is not the battle you want to fight. There's lots more important battles to fight other than some guy, you know, because I got a beard and I'm not wearing a suit and dressed real nice. I had dirty slacks on and whatever, you know, because of that, you know, however I look, because of that, this guy might be crazy. You got to make sure he knows. I just went to Pitt, right down the road from Carnegie Mellon. I had a really great reception there. Mind you, I didn't just show up and start performing, but I would have if there was just a group of kids sitting there. But I just went for it. Why? Because, you know, you only get one chance. You know, instead of waiting until it's okay, until you have permission. So here's the point of this. For the artists out there, if or anybody, if you got something you want to do for the good of other people, not a good that you're imposing on them, but if I asked the kids if I could perform for them, you know what I mean? So, and they all enthusiastically asked me to because they were curious. So if you're doing something for, you know, out of kindness and for the good of people and really for no benefit of your own, just to do it, don't wait for permission for somebody to tell you it's okay. Go for it and find out. You know, as I heard somebody say, real great. This is a great quote. I forget who said it. Who I heard say this, but somebody said, "Don't ask permission, ask forgiveness." So, you know, don't ask if it's okay, because the iron may not stay hot for very long. Strike when the iron's hot, and then later, if you got to apologize, you got to apologize. You know, I think that's better. That's the point. I'm so disappointed right now. Not in anyone, but just kids don't. Maybe don't do what I did, but just don't think you're doing something wrong. That you have to ask for permission. You're an adult and you have liberties like everyone else. Alright, that's it. Speare out.